Hi. Hi. Okay. I have you like on a weird thing right this second. Just gonna wait for a couple of you to come on. Back you up a little bit. I have you sitting on like a charger. It's like it's a weird charger. It's a weird dynamic. I just wanted to talk about a couple things. Hi. I'll be on in a little while when the energy shifts. Right this second, I'm not really doing a reading. I did the exchanges and the pushes for you guys, though. I did. So I obviously I explained, right, why I did that. So I'm gonna do those two videos. I'll always do the exchange once a week, and then the push when necessary. I'm assuming probably once a week because you guys absolutely love them. Okay. I love them. A lot of power. So the Ace of Wands, I know, is that not insane? For those who've been with me for a while, you know I have those one on the deck where my deck is like that, where I got 2 extra aces. Okay. Not a coincidence that happens, and it came out in the push, which I think is absolutely beautiful. Okay. I just need the energy in my household to subside, and I'm having like a little bit of a hard time. People are like, it's just panic mode right now, especially for my parents, and it's just hard, guys. It's so hard. I guess to the point where my sister lives with us, right? So she wants to move, okay, but she also wants us to move in with her at this point. Like, what if we just leave? Like, what if, we're gonna look at this 6-bedroom house later, and I feel like I'm being pushed into a decision, you know, and it's hard. Is there enough space, all that? Yeah. Okay. But that means I'm here in this town for another year, which is exactly what I didn't want to do. And on top of it, I'd be living with my sister. I just feel like she feels like, for my parents' sake right now, and their sanity and their stress level and everything, for us to get out. Okay. And because Alana's boyfriend works with the public too, they're now in a hotel, okay, for the next 3 weeks that I'm paying for to save my parents' sanity. And now my sister is like, I think we should do this. So my mind is like this right now. Like, so I'm not really going to come on and read right this second because there's so much going through my head that I don't even know how to process this information. And it's because of other people's panic. And as calm as I can stay, I'm still now being put in these situations. So if it happens to you guys, try to stay sane. Don't make snap decisions, because my sister's like, we got to do this. Like, we got to go look at the place. And I'm like, you know what? That's fine. I'll go look at the place with you tonight. But I'm not making any decisions right this second. Okay. So who are we to judge other people's panic? You know, um, you can't calm people down. I mean, they're not hysterical, right? But they're both very susceptible to what's going down with the illness, for sure. And I know people aren't necessarily the ones that are dying from it, are the ones, pre-complicated situations, but my parents fell right into that category. And we do know somebody who had it, and it took them 2 months to recover. This was before it was even in the public eye. Okay. So the recovery for older people, it's not pretty. All right. So do I want them to sit in their house all day and do nothing for 3 months and isolate themselves? Absolutely not. Not healthy. Okay. But I can't change that. Okay. So I don't know if you guys are being put in positions like how I'm being put in a position to make these snap decisions. And I just thought it was, again, important to come on and tell you guys, be real careful when you make these snap decisions. You know what I mean? Because I had no intention on staying another year. And just staying here for a couple more months while all this is going down, in the midst of all this going down, puts my parents in a situation. See what I'm saying? So it's like, it's hard. I'm being put in hard positions right now. Whether I rent with her or I rent on my own, that means I would instantly have to move if I was to do that to where I want to be. And I don't know if I'm ready to make that move. And then to live with my sister for a year because they won't accept 6 months because I already asked. So it's tough decisions. And these aren't even decisions I would have thought of or would have made or even considered. I would have stayed put and stayed on top of, the sanitary things. Okay. But just like that, as we all know, things change, right? So just like that, you could wake up tomorrow and find yourself in a completely different circumstance. And this one's kind of out of my control. You know what I mean? Like Lana's already in a hotel for 3 weeks. I could cry. Not okay with that because she can't come here. And it's like we're being quarantined, but we're not quarantined. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not judging my parents. I love them to death. I want them to be comfortable. This is their home. We did come here. She's not sick, but because she's with the public and Ben's with the public, it's in and out of the house. My parents haven't asked me to stop working, but I don't know. I don't know if that's what's next. This is their home, right? So I just don't know if you guys are going to find yourselves in these type of circumstances because, I mean, you very possibly can. And then what? I'm still going to go see Lonnie, right? But she can't come here. She can't see the animals. Like, it's just, no one's mad. Everyone is understandable. We're doing what's safe for my parents, and that's it, right? And that's what we do sometimes to sacrifice. You have to sacrifice some things sometimes, So I will come on, in a little while. At some point, I just need the energy to subside. And I'm definitely not going to make snap decisions, but they are decisions that are going to be needed to be made. But maybe that's the way it was supposed to go, right? You never know. Maybe I was meant to stay in this town for another year. If it all goes down that way. You know what I mean? Because this place doesn't want cats. I got 2. She's got 1. So if they come back and was like, oh, okay, they're okay with the cats, it's a sign. So I don't know. It's just hard enough knowing that Lonnie has to be somewhere else for 3 weeks. Like she could have stayed, but then Ben couldn't, but she's 18. So I understand the circumstances. Like I totally get it. It's totally understandable. But he is part of my family, right? So I don't know. I don't know, guys. All the restaurants closed, all that stuff, My little coffee shop's still open. But I just feel bad for all the people that are out of work. and have to, go through this. Try to put, live week to week, pay your bills. I can't imagine. It's very unfortunate circumstances right now for everyone, So I just wanna, I gotta go do some things. But I love all you guys. And just don't make snap decisions, practical decisions. Put them down on paper. Don't feel overwhelmed, or you know what I mean? Like, it's hard not to, but make sure you're making practical decisions if you have to make a snap decision. It will pass. It will pass a lot sooner than I think people think too. Yeah, absolutely. But everyone has different circumstances, and everyone's situation is different. And if you're in a household where, they're way more susceptible, and you don't mess with that stuff. You don't. And they're my parents, and I love them dearly. And I would never want to put them at risk. So my sister has a lot of good points at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard decisions that I'm just kind of like trying to like process. I don't want to separate my kids. And it just happened. So, but for the safety, not because of panic. I did it out of safety, concern for my parents. I didn't do it out of panic. But it still was an extremely hard decision for me to make. So, and not to mention the stress from the kids. Now they're homeschooling, remote viewing. I'm not home, I'm working. I get home later. It's going to be an adjustment, being on the computer 40 minutes for this one, 40 minutes for that one. It's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of work. And the academy they go to are considering shutting down for the year and homeschooling for the rest of the year. Right? So, and then what do the parents do that don't have daycare? I understand, everyone had to come together and do what they do to contain it. I get it. But it's starting to change things just drastically. It's not that I never not took this seriously. I get it. But now my situation, I fall under different circumstances because I'm not in my own place. See what I'm saying? I'm not mad. Is this the way it was supposed to go down? Just my whole path the last year, feeling like, yes, I finally got a 3-month plan, and it just went to shit. Possibly. But maybe that's the way it was intended. Nothing ever goes the way things are intended, guys, right? So just try to make practical decisions in the midst of everybody else's panic. And to be honest with you, I can't even call my parents' situation panic. It's a health risk. Massive health risk. So to me, I should really even stop using the word panic. So I will be on later. I hope. I plan on it, But you do have the energy exchange, and you do have the push, and you have all my other videos. And I love you guys. So hang in there. I think, yeah, in the beginning it's not panic. In the beginning I was calling it panic, but it's taking the right precautionary measurements to make sure people stay healthy and safe. And with that comes sacrifices and hard decisions. So I can just hope that the right decisions, and it was supposed to go down the way exactly it's about to go down, right? So there's that. I'll see you guys later, okay? I love you guys. Try to stay sane. Bye, guys.